So check this out. This story right here sounds like something you'd see in a horror movie, not real life. A man killed his estranged wife. Then, he dug up her body days later and sexually violated her remains. I know, it sounds unreal. But every detail you're about to hear is real, and it's crazier than fiction. This is the story of Zarbab Ali. It all started in November 2022, in Simi Valley, California. There was a young woman named Rachel Castillo. She was 25 years old, a mother, and a graduate student studying clinical psychology. Everyone who knew her described her as kind, driven, and someone who genuinely wanted to help people. Rachel wasn't just going to school. She was working toward becoming a therapist. She wanted to help people through trauma, anxiety, and pain. Ironically, she would end up becoming part of a trauma story so disturbing that it made national headlines. But behind the scenes, her personal life was falling apart. She was in the middle of a divorce from Zarbab Ali, and it wasn't a calm, peaceful split. Friends later said the relationship had become tense, controlling, and emotionally toxic. Rachel had been trying to fully separate her life from Ali, but he refused to let go. Now here's where it gets dangerous. Ali wasn't just losing his wife, he was losing control. And for people like him, that's when things turn violent. On November 13th, 2022, Ali showed up at Rachel's apartment. He didn't come to talk. He didn't come to make peace. He came pretending everything was normal, when inside, he had already made a decision. Rachel stepped out of her bedroom. That's when he attacked her. He stabbed her over and over, in the neck and chest, until she collapsed. And just like that, Rachel was gone. But Ali wasn't done. He wrapped her body, dragged it outside, loaded it into his car, and drove into the desert near Little Rock, California, a lonely, isolated area where no one would hear or see anything. He dug a shallow grave, and he buried her. To him, that was supposed to be the end of it. No body, no problem. Except something even darker was happening inside his head. A few days later, Ali went back. Not because he felt guilt, not because he felt regret, but because something was pulling him back to that grave. He dug Rachel's body back up. And then he did something so disturbing that even seasoned detectives were shaken. He sexually assaulted her corpse. When police later asked him why, Ali reportedly said he did it to prove he was a monster. This wasn't rage anymore. This was something broken, twisted, and deeply wrong. Meanwhile, Rachel's friends and family were desperately looking for her. They knew something wasn't right. She hadn't shown up. She hadn't called. She hadn't answered messages. Police began tracing her last known movements. And every digital trail, her phone, her location, her contacts, led straight back to one man, Zarbab Ali. When detectives confronted him, the truth came out. They found Rachel's body in the desert the same day. Ali was arrested near his parents' house. The case exploded across national news. This wasn't just a murder. It was something far more horrifying. In court, prosecutors laid everything out. The murder, the burial, the exhumation, the sexual violation, and Ali's own confession. There was no mystery left. No maybe. No doubt. This was one of the most disturbing crimes California had seen in years. And in January 2026, Ali was sentenced. Life in prison. No parole. That means he will never walk free again. And real quick, if you want more deep true crime stories like this, hit like and subscribe real fast. Rachel Castillo should still be alive. She should be raising her kids. She should be helping people as a therapist. Instead, her story became a warning about what happens when control turns into obsession and obsession turns into violence. Because sometimes, the person who destroys your life is the one who was supposed to love you.